everyone, it's Jeremy with Quiet Mind Yoga, and today we're going to focus on stretching the hamstrings. Last week strengthening, this week stretching the three muscles on the back of the leg, the hamstrings. You'll need a strap for this and a block. Start on your back. Probably the best go-to exercise stretch for the hamstring. Supta Padangusasana, inclined hand to foot pose. Hold the strap in opposite hands, arms relaxed. Right leg vertical towards the ceiling. Heel over the hip. Toes flex back towards the knee. Stretch the calf a little bit as well. Keep left knee bent or straighten left leg to deepen this. We'll have a while here. Simple, slow practice. Hamstrings tend to hold a lot of tension for a lot of us. If we sit a lot, they get shortened and weakened over time. So no rush here. Slow, deep breaths. Again, as I said before, you may not know that there's actually three main muscles in the hamstrings. You can think of the middle, inner, and outer. As we rotate the toes towards the right, you should feel a different stretch, maybe in the inner hamstring. Everything else the same. Heel lifting towards the ceiling, toes flexing back towards the knee. Arms holding just enough to keep the leg vertical. And into the center, and rotate the leg to the left. And back to center, and we'll release the leg down. From here, you'll hug the right knee in, same leg, lift the shoulders, chin in, first two fingers, hook the big toe, left hand on left hip, extend the right leg towards the ceiling. If this doesn't work, hold behind the thigh with the hands. Otherwise, you can let the shoulders lift, upper back rounds, holding the big toe. A little more of an active stretch. So you're engaging the hamstrings a bit, even though we're also stretching. As I've said, if you do a lot of vinyasa yoga, you probably are stretching the hamstrings a lot. So these kind of active stretches can help strengthen as well as lengthen the hamstrings. Lower the foot down. Strap into the arch of the left foot. Right knee can stay bent if you like. Left toes flex back towards the knee. I like to wrap the strap around my hands so that I don't have to use any grip strength. Just that wrapping creates the pull of the leg to keep it vertical. So that the emphasis in my whole body is really on the back of the left leg. Minimal effort in the rest of the body. Rotate the toes towards the center of the body so you feel different stretch. Inner hamstring. And then to center, and rotate the leg to the left so you feel the outer hamstring. And then to center, bend the knee, remove the strap. Hug the left knee in, lift the shoulders and chest. Right hand to right hip. First two fingers of left hand hook the big toe. Extend the left leg towards the ceiling, letting the upper back round in like cat pose. So pressing through the left heel. And then bend the left knee, release the foot. Hug knees in, rock side to side. And forward and back, up to hands and knees. From here on hands and knees, extend your right leg back, press into the ball of the right foot to stretch the right calf. Push into the hands, push into the ball of the right foot. Switch legs, right knee bends, left leg straightens, push into the hands, push into the ball of the left foot. And then we'll release from there, come back to down dog, pedal the feet out, side to side, easing into down dog. Look between the hands, step the right foot and then the left foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, let the knees bend. Inhale, half lift, extending the legs. Exhale, fold, bending the knees. Inhale, half lift, extend. Exhale, fold, straightening the legs, holding here for a moment with legs straight but not locked. There's a micro bend in the knee. And then bend the knees, roll up to stand. Inhale, reach through the ring fingers up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to plank pose. Hold in plank pose. Inhale. Exhale down to the belly. Inhale, low cobra. Hold. Lift the feet. Slight bend in the knees to contract the hamstrings. Bringing muscle attention and awareness there. Back down to the belly. Back to down dog. And again, pedal the feet out. Getting into each hamstring. Look between the hands. Step left foot and then right foot forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up the ring fingers. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, belly. Inhale, cobra, bent knees. Exhale, down dog. Bend knees. Pedal the feet out. Bend the right knee deeply. Turn the left foot down to 45 degrees. Press into the hands. Lift left hip and ribs towards the ceiling. Back to center. Left knee bends. Right heel down 45 degrees. Press into hands, press right hip back, root to right foot, open right ribs towards the ceiling. Back to center, hook between the hands, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, all the way back down. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, step the left foot back into a high lunge. And then bring the hands to the waist. Lengthen the spine. And hold here. Lift your left heel over the ball of the foot. Contract your left quad. Deepen the bend in the right knee. Keep that left quad engaged a lot. And then turn the back heel down, warrior two. Outer edge of your back foot anchors down, front foot pointing straight ahead, knee towards the middle toe. With your feet pushed down and apart. Palms up, reverse warrior. And straighten right leg, hinge at right hip to triangle. Hand can come to a block or inside the ankle. Left arm opens over right. And then back to warrior two. Back to the high lunge. Engage left quad. And then fold over the legs and step your left foot in a foot or two. Use your block here under the hands. Pyramid pose. Hands under the shoulders. Both legs straight. So small micro bend in the knees. Feet are on train tracks rather than a tight rope. And then step the left foot forward and the right foot back to pyramid pose. Engage left quad like we were just doing. That helps lengthen hamstring. If you have more flexibility, you can do this without the block. And just bring the hands to the ground and fold over the leg. Step right foot forward. Move the block forward, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to down dog. Pedal the feet out. And step the right foot forward. Left foot forward. Right thigh engages. Hands to waist. Rise up to a high lunge. Right heel over right ball of the foot. The feet press down and towards each other. Contract the right quad. Deepen the bend in the left knee. Engage the right glute. And then spin the back heel down, warrior two, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. The feet press down and away from each other. At the same time, try to contract your glutes. You might feel a little bit, but you also might feel the pelvic floor lifting in and up. Finding your center as their legs are creating a lot of engagement by pushing down and away. Palms up, reverse warrior. Straighten left leg. Hinge at the left hip crease. Triangle. Right arm over left. Or you can wrap arm around the back. Forgot to say it on the other side. Feet still active, rooting down and apart. shoulder opening up over shoulder. And the head can look up, forward, or down. Either way is fine. Back to warrior two. Back to the high lunge. And from here, lower the hands to your block. Step the back foot in a foot or two so you can get both heels on the ground. Hands under shoulders on the block. Both legs straight with a slight micro bend in the knees. Lengthen the spine. And then from your hip crease, that's where you hinge if you want to fold deeper into this to increase the intensity of the stretch in the back of the left leg. If you're using a block, you can baby step it down to a lower height and then a lower height as your leg opens up. So eventually maybe no block. More isn't always better, right? If your body wants to do less today, that's okay. If there's a lot of resistance, don't overdo it. But as you stay longer, your body feels safe. Your brain, basically, your nervous system knows that you're safe. Then you can go further into these. You can stretch more. But again, if you overdo it, if you overstretch, there's going to be a rebound effect where the tissue will start to contract more, basically to protect itself. Which is why we include a good amount of strengthening and stretching in each practice. Step the right foot forward, left foot back. Same thing here, hands on the block. Lengthen the spine on your inhales. And if you want to go folding deeper, use your exhales to fold in. And step forward to the front of the mat. Move the block. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach all the way up the ring fingers. And exhale, forward fold. From here, we'll interlace the hands behind the back, reach the fingers back. And fold at the waist. Bend your left knee deeply. Turn your left shoulder towards your left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Back to center, both legs straight. Right knee bends, right shoulder to right knee. And into center. And then release the hands down to the block or to the floor. And then from here, lengthen the spine, lift your left leg back towards parallel to the ground. It's okay if it doesn't go as high today. Work on pushing into the hands, lifting through the left thigh and glute. If you can, go lower on the block or down to the mat on fingertips. Keep everything the same, and then walk your hands over to the left. Again, getting a different stretch, different hamstring focus. Lengthen the right ribs, the right side of the body. Back to center, hands to the right. Different stretch. Legs are the same though. Lengthen left side of the body. And back to center, lower left foot down. Right leg lifts back. The tendency might be to open the right hip to relieve some of the sensation here. Try to keep the right hip pointing down towards the ground so your pelvis is neutral. You won't have any back pain later from this. Neutral pelvis, minimal strain on the pelvis and the SI joint. Hands under shoulders. Keep the back leg strong as you can. Walk the hands to the left. Lengthen right side. And to center, walk the hands to the right. Lengthen left ribs. back to center. Lower the foot. Forward fold, knees bent. Hook your first two fingers around the big toe on each foot. Bend at the elbows. Straighten the legs, lift through the hips. Pull with the hands, bending the elbows deeper. Just like we did in the beginning, the Supta Padangusthasana, reclined hand to foot pose. Keep that grip on the toes. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold and bring the hands under the foot. Padahastasana. Hand the foot pose, pressing down to the toes. Tip of the toes is at the wrist crease. Folding over the legs. And then we'll release the hands. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, reach up to stand. Arms extend. Stretch. And bring the hands to the heart. Hands to the waist. Just a little bit of strengthening the hamstrings after that. Long stretching. Bend the right knee. Contract the right hamstring. You can even feel it with your hand, the contraction happening there. Lower the foot. Bend left knee. Focus your gaze at a single point if your balance is off. And then release down. Bend knees all the way down to sitting. From here, we'll take our time coming into Paschimottanasana. So your knees bend a lot to start. And we'll do this in sort of pattern. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to bring your belly to your thighs. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to bring the belly to the thighs. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Walk your feet forward. Exhale, belly to thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Step your feet forward. Exhale, belly to thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Step your feet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step your feet. Fold. Inhale, lengthen. Use your hands to grip the feet. Lengthen. Step it forward. Exhale, belly to thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Step it forward. Exhale, belly to thighs. Continue like that as far as your body will allow today. And once you're in a good spot, just stay there. Moving towards belly to thighs as best you can. If there's any pain or discomfort, ease back to decrease the sensation. You can either grab the arches of the feet from the outside. You can hook the big toes and use that as a little bit of leverage to bend the elbows and bring the belly to the thighs more. I've always had pretty tight hamstrings, so keeping my knees bent a little bit still here. More isn't always better. There's still a little bit of activation by keeping my knees just slightly bent. So it's an active stretch, not just a stretch, but an active stretch where the muscles engaged and lengthening. All right, because you can overstretch, like I said, and then your body kind of recoils and retracts. Or you can become very, very flexible and just lose your strength, which, also can have its own challenges and problems. So listening to your body always, does it need more lengthening or more strengthening or some balance of the two? Let's come back up and come to your seated posture. We have a moment of meditation. You can sit on your block if you like, or just sit on the mat, any comfortable seated posture. Bring attention to the breath coming in and out of the nose. And of course, you'll still have thoughts, and the focus is to keep bringing attention back to the breath coming in and out of the nose. And we'll transition to shavasana, final resting pose. Briefly, legs relaxed, palms open beside you. Deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. You can do that again if you'd like. Letting the body come to stillness and the breath to slow down. Make small movements of hands and feet. Come over to one side and back up to sitting. Hands together at the heart, bowing mind to the heart and to each other. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste.